Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the first quarter of action, and it's the Buccaneers who are in control of the football. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
70 Timberwolves, take over.
They'll set up to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tampa Bay trots out there now.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans, 70 yards, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of points because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was able to hit on the touchdown last time out to Mike Evans. And now starting anew here, first and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one's incomplete.
As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backups.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Irving. They juked him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. This 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play and get...
Back now on EA Sports at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Currently, it's the Buccaneers in possession of the ball as we get back into the action in quarter number 2. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at? Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Come on, set! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Well, this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go!
They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs go up by 2 touchdowns. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready!
first down.
This one taken in by Otten. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Evans has it left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another first down. I want to be a gain of 21 yards.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the...
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good-sized lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win. As
Every player hopes to someday be known as a true superstar, but in a constant pursuit of perfection, it only takes someone else to fill them in when the status has been reached.
Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season.
as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll look to throw now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Let's go now.
33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll look to throw again.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Take go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. And
He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
that's good. We're on 1st down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he pulls it in for a Buccaneer touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to...
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw.
They'll find his tight end, Payne Durham.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Buccaneers, 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Finding Otton once more.
Touchdown!
Cade Otton
From 21 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did.
quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first half as his guys begin 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now back to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown. Tampa Bay. Cade Otton. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
and I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have
Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his receiver. That's Ibuka. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Buccaneers
70
first
Lions.
down.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Quinyon Mitchell on the cover.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Fighting him off. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 25.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught by Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read,
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Finding space at the 40. Big strides. Look at him go.
And all the way down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 55. Complete to Cade Otton. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Going across the formation, there's Madden with it.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Complete to Cade Otton. First and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Bucky Irving.
43 yards.
And the Bucs up the lead with 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They've done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So out come the Bucs now.
It has been quite a display here, the opening game of the new season. And really, they're putting the rest of the NFL on notice. They are going to be title contenders as now they look to finish things off in the 4th quarter. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just handed their totals.
Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Buccaneers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.